What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Swisher coming back at you, you know what I'm saying? I'm so happy, y'all. So happy, man. Got my iPhone back. So, you know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gotta do those short ass videos, you know what I'm saying? Now I can give y'all the full scoop on what I be thinking and what I be talking about as far as my Texans go. Alright, let's get into it. Now, looking over, the possible free agents, well, the guys that I know that are gonna be free agents, the two guys, well, first things first, bring back Boyue. Before we discuss any free agents and trying to go get anybody outside of the Texans, bring back fucking AJ Boyue. Houston, do not fuck around, don't bullshit. That dude is a surefire corner, and in this pass happy league, when you're going up against the Bradys of the world, the Aaron Rodgers of the world, luck when he has time, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have, when you're going up against those kind of quarterbacks, you gotta have DBs that can cover, And even if you're looking to draft a young corner, in my opinion, two really come to mind. Quincy Wilson, out of all the mock draft simulators that I've done, he's the one corner that keeps falling to like damn near the third round, and I'm not understanding it due to his skill set, but other teams, they consider his skill set, different from what they want. So, in my personal opinion, Wilson would be another AJ Boyue after a few years of being in the league. That's just who I project him seeing, because he's not ultra fast. He's not gonna wow you with a blazing 40 time or nothing like that. But the kid can ball. You know what I'm saying? Man coverage, he can stick with. Well, on the collegiate level, he showed good man coverage. All that should go out the window when you get to the pros, which is why my next corner, who I would definitely pick, even if, once we resign Boyue, bring, Akello Witherspoon out of Colorado. Man, now that dude, and again, people can say what they want, but I've been scouting these guys for a while now, since basically the start of last year. I got a good feel of, what I'm talking about with these guys. Not toot my own horn or anything, but it is what it is. Akello Witherspoon, man, he reminds me of a much more athletic Richard Sherman. Reason being, people, again, say what you want, but at 6'3", 195, hell, Sherman is the only corner that I can compare him to. I could say Sean Smith, but he would have to crack that 200 pound mark. Then I would be able to say, Sherman / Sean Smith. Or one could say, he reminds them of Jimmy Smith. But in my opinion, he's way faster than Jimmy Smith. So wouldn't throw that comp out there. So Sherman is who I see when I look at this guy. And I don't know about the rest of, the world, but, well, I'm not going to say the world. I don't know about the rest of you Texans fans, but Richard Sherman's a pretty good fucking corner. And if you can get a rookie that has that similar skill set like him, and one thing I really like about Akello, he's not no slouch. Sorry about that. For him to be that tall, he's shifty. Not only that, he's not afraid to stick his nose in there and come and tackle, which is what I love with DBs. Don't get me wrong, I love the Deion Sanders of the world, the Darrelle Reeveses and all those, the guys that can cover. And the reason why I named those two, because those are cover cornerbacks. Now, I love those kind of guys, but when you can get a guy that can cover and willing to stick his nose in there and come and make a tackle. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. As far as free agency goes, and I know there's a lot of talk about us wanting to go get Tony Romo or him wanting to possibly come here. But fact of the matter is, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna work out. Why? Because for one, and I said this at the beginning of my video, you gotta bring back AJ Boyue, and next you gotta re-sign Hop. Two guys back to back, like lethal weapon. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get those two guys under contract. You know what I'm saying? And what's fucked up, I was watching the press conference at the Combine earlier, and Rick Smith is just boasting about we're good with cap space. Well, what the fuck are you doing then? Get the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Get the shit rolling. You know what I'm saying? Quit bullshitting. Quit procrastinating, because, and this is just a really bad gut feeling of mine. I can think of two places that if AJ hits the free market, where he's gonna go. And one is in the division, and I don't want him to go there because we gotta see him twice a year, and he showed he's a proven corner. You know what I'm saying? And that's the Tennessee Titans, who have a ton of cap space. And I'm glad Eric Berry actually signed his deal with the Chiefs, because there was a lot of reports going around that if he would have hit the free market, again, Tennessee was going to throw a ton of money at him. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to see any high-profile player go to New England. I'm just being real about that. I don't. But I damn sure don't want to see, high-profile guys go from one team outside of our division to into our division. Don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I like it from a competition standpoint, but overall, I love the fact that my Texans are on top of the division. I like it, but at the same time, I'm kind of used to it now. So instead of bullying and Debo in the AFC South, let's become bullies of the NFL. Now, from the offensive line, there are two tackles that I know is going to hit the market and would instantly upgrade. When I say instantly upgrade our offensive line. Andrew Whitworth and Sebastian Vollmer. Now, with Vollmer, he's coming off of, I think last year he broke his leg, and he had to sit out all of last year. But before he broke his leg, man, Sebastian Vollmer is 6'8", 315, almost damn near 320. Dude is a monster at right tackle. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Belichick reached on him, and well, quote unquote, to the analysts out there, Belichick reached on him, but it turned out, it panned out, and I know what y'all are probably gonna think. Oh, you're just bringing in old, more, washed up New England talent. No. The only thing that has, the fact that he played for New England and whatnot, that you could rip me for that. But overall, the kind of player that we need right now, Sebastian Vollmer would be a definite upgrade at the right tackle position. Now looking at the rest of the offensive line, looking at right guard, they're supposedly saying that they're gonna throw Nick Martin there because man's played so good. I like it, but at the same time, I'm not all that sold on Mance just yet. I need to see more, another year or two from him. Don't get me wrong, he held up against Alan Branch, you know what I'm saying? Sick, and that dude ain't no pushover D tackle. At 6'6", damn near 320 himself. Shit, Mance held his own against him. So, I'm never afraid to give credit where credit is due. But as it stands right now, he took the job from Nick, so he would be our center. At left guard, you got Xavier Sulfilo. Yeah, I like him at times, but at times I don't, and that's why I would draft another left guard just in case. I mean, I'm drafting linemen anyway and signing linemen because you can never have too many offensive linemen, in my personal opinion. Linemen and DBs, you can never have too many of those. Just how the league works, to me. But yeah, man, Andrew Whitworth and Sebastian Vollmer. If you can bring those guys, Vollmer especially, man, because you can bring him in for cheap, for hella cheap. Now, Whitworth may demand a little bit of money, and after you re-sign Boyue, because you don't necessarily have to sign Hop now because you got him through the rest of this year. What I would do, I would sign AJ Boyue. I would definitely try to bring in Sebastian Vollmer on a cheap 2 or 3 year deal. If Andrew Whitworth wants to sign a deal, come on. Because people can say what they want. Houston is in a position where they can win and win now. A lot of people don't like Brock, and for his play last year, it's deserved. But if it's one thing that I've learned and I know about the NFL is there's a lot of things that can lead to, bad quarterback play, so to say. Now, the obvious answer is the quarterback isn't just any good. That's just, point blank. Then you have to factor in, what kind of offensive coordinator he has, what kind of plays are being called, what kind of protection is he getting. Now, for the first half of the year, and I'm a heavy believer in, going back and watching film and watching tape. The first half of the year, can't really throw it all on Brock. The dude was running for his life. I mean, shit, things didn't get right until after Dwayne got back. And even after Dwayne got back, it still didn't look, like the offensive line that we're used to seeing. And I've never played quarterback, and I'm pretty sure whoever's watching this, you probably haven't played it either. You may have at one point in time, but if you have, you know that when you already have a time clock in your head when you're back there in the pocket, and you've only got a few seconds to make like 10 different reads. Where's that safety? Where's that D line going? Where's that middle linebacker? Which coverage are they in? What is it, a high-low concept? You got all these things that you got to process within a matter of seconds. Seconds, not minutes. Seconds. You know what I'm saying? So take those things into account before you just want to say Brock is garbage, dumpster fire garbage, and all that good jazz, because he had a lot of wow moments. And you can say what you want, man. When the Indy game, and I know it was against Indy, our division, but that game showed if you can just put I'm not gonna say one or two, because he needs more protection on the line, which is why I mentioned those 2 tackles earlier. As far as weapons go, plain and simple, man. If you're not going after Bucky Hodges at the tight end position, another guy who just consistently slides down the draft board is Juju Schutzlers. I think that Juju Smith, but I think I'm murdering his last name. But man, if you want more offensive production, go check that kid out, man. But As for usual, like, sub, and peace. Shout out to my boy Ray Ray. Shout out to my boy El Sticky. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to that boy La Flame. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. And always go Texas.